Jumps finished up at Texas Relays.
Yeah, it was an incredible day as far as jumps goes, and Zaria Willis started it off in the women's high jump, winning on the main division, the A division, and then we had Charles come back with a 26.8.5, number 2 all-time on our list, and then of course then Trey goes 7.4.5 and wins another event for us. So, boy, we started off good, and then then our 4x4 teams finished it off really great at the end. So it was a great day.
You talked about Charles. Has he landed yet, Coach? Because I mean, that's amazing to go as far as he did, and it seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, you just kind of been waiting for him. He's had a couple scratches that have just been incredible jumps. I think he's number 3 in the world now, leads the NCAA. Did you just expect this when he was going to have a big jump if he just wouldn't scratch every now and then? Yeah,
indoors we just never could put it together, and he would be 26 something high. We'd see the foul, and you can tell where the measurements are. And he just was having a hard time on the runway indoors. And then, at Abilene he goes 25.9, and you could tell, but he fouled on a 26, probably 8 there. And yeah, it's just exactly what you're saying. He's just figuring it out. He's getting more familiar on the runway, more comfortable. And I'm just wanting him to get consistent right there, because that jump at the national meet will be hard to beat.
Right. Would you talk about Zaria? I know it's not maybe even an impressive jump for her necessarily, but it was a windy day, I believe, and the marks really weren't that high. That even that being the case, just being able to win, can that do a lot for the confidence of an individual and even the women's team in general?
No doubt. One thing she's done this year is she's been very, very consistent over 180. They call it 1.8 meters. And so, she's 5'11" every week and then jumps 6 feet. And so she's probably been most consistent of anybody on our team. So, I think she has a lot of confidence. But what I love about her is that consistency.
Did you talk about, I think Vincent stepped into that 4x4. And that team did well. You touched on it there a moment ago, just the relays. Do you feel like that group is really finding their groove at the right time here outdoors?
Yeah, it's the first time we've really even run it all year, putting that group together, and that with Andrew Hudson will kind of be also in the mix there. But Vince, anchored in 46.4, 46.3, and we haven't really done any kind of speed work all year. C.J. Jones 45.7, Champ 44.7. And then Kyle Collins, who'd been a little bit injured indoors, he let off in low 46 flat. So that group's going to run better. It is the fastest I've ever run at Texas Relays by April in the history of my coaching here. So I'm real pleased with that group. I think we got a special group there by the end of the year if we can keep them all healthy.
Coach, I don't believe, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, if you were at the Sun Angel last year, but can you just tell us kind of what this event is and really what you expect as far as competition and really the venue is concerned?
Yeah, they're going to be a contrast. We had great individual things happen at Texas Relays, but the Sun Angel Classic, we're going there for one reason: great weather and to get individual people some really big marks. So a lot of our 100, 200, 400, 800, anything like there. Of course, the high jumps and those guys will continue. That won at Texas Relays will continue to compete. Charles is not going to long jump there, but it's really to get some really good marks that'll set us up for that first round of the NCAA.
Coach, Big 12s are approaching. I know you're focused on the meet that's directly in front of you, but I know it's a broad question, but for both teams, maybe what are you looking for that you see this area needs the greatest improvement if individually and as a team we want to do what we want to do at Big 12s and Nationals?
Yeah, I'm really, really anxious this weekend to get these individual people with their good marks. That'll give them good heats and good lanes and that type thing for the Big 12, good sections. But also I'm looking for people to step up. That's that 5th, 6th, and 7th place. Those are the ones we got to have at the conference meet also. I mean, I think our top people have been doing pretty well indoors and, as you see, starting off. So we've got to have other people step up, on the quarter hurdles, things like that, odd events that we don't have indoors that we have outside. Javelin throw, discus, those are things that we have to get consistent where we can count on people when we go into that Big 12.
Boxed up a little bit and then and it all came out. Is that the way maybe it felt this last weekend?
Yeah, so far this year I had scratched a lot of big jumps. And I knew exactly what I had to do, how I had to push out and get up tall and run off that board. Just all of them just all been fouls. And then I knew if I just consistently kept trying that, it'd eventually get out there. And it finally did, and I was pretty pleased with it.
Did you learn anything from the jump? Did you maybe switch anything up before the meet? Or does it just click sometimes? What did you learn from that jump moving forward?
I say I learned to see how it feels now, to know how jumping the 25 versus the 26 feels. And then my landing, I did land a little bit early. I shut my feet down, but it was a good jump. And overall, I just learned that if I can stay consistent, I will always jump far and not have a lot of big scratches.
This is a loaded question, but do you maybe pay attention more to individual accolades rather than maybe national accolades, or does it all feel the same to you? Because obviously you're number 3 in the world right now and 1 in the NCAA, and it's tough when you hear the word world to not maybe look at that and admire it. How exactly do you work through that process?
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it really does sound nice. I enjoy it. It's a cool name tag. But at the end of the day, it is still just jumping. I'm coming out and I'm doing what I love to do. And I'm just putting it all out there, and anything else that comes with it is just extra.
Where exactly do you feel like you can improve? Because I mean, that's quite a jump. But you even said you felt like you maybe landed a little early. Is that the area you feel like you could get a little bit more out?
Yeah. I struggle with my landing all the time, even in triple jump, where I like to put my feet out in front of me and then I'll put them relaxed down into the sand instead of holding it out straight and letting the sand come to me. So Coach Thomas already told me that as we were watching film, and he was just like, just make sure you hold it out, and I have some bigger jumps in me.
I feel like you've already done some things that are unprecedented as far as what you've done to be able to do high, long, and triple and do them all extremely successfully. Are you still able to maybe focus on one, but still, you know, because obviously long, you've really stepped up and done something extremely well there, but you've been extremely successful in triple. Have you been able to focus on all of them individually and try to exceed expectations in all 3 events?
We definitely focus on all 3. It really all depends on which 2 usually I'm doing on that weekend. So like this weekend I'm doing high jump. So tomorrow I will be doing high jump practice, and then for Texas Relays I did more of a triple jump workout. But my main focus I really can't pick because I love all 3 of the jumps. So I believe that's why I'm pretty good at all 3, just because I love them. So I can't pick.
How much does a weekend with so much wind like you had maybe help you? I again, for being ignorant over here, I'm not sure exactly how much that hurts you guys, like Trey and you, and obviously the females like Zaria. How much does wind affect you guys in jumps, and how much did it maybe help to get a somewhat of an inclement weekend, if you will, as far as weather is concerned? So once you guys get some good weather here this weekend out in Arizona, you can maybe even do better.
Yeah, the wind, if it's definitely at your back, you can run down the runway faster and you can potentially jump further. But you got to be careful with that, because if the wind is too much, it won't be a legal jump, which you can still win with a legal jump, but it won't be a mark. It can't be, I think, a national mark. And then in high jump so much, the wind, you'd rather not to be any wind. You'd rather be nice and calm because you don't want anything to knock that bar off. But weather-wise, wind on our back a little bit can help a lot.